Good morning. It's the first of the month. Look at that sun up there, looking beautiful. After what was quite a windy, horrible day yesterday, we've been treated to a lovely day. And actually, originally it was forecasted to be wet, but fingers crossed so far, it's looking pretty nice. So I thought I'd just give you an update. Last night we had Corporal's first night. I'm not obviously on Corporal, I'm just out hacking some ponies. We had Corporal's first night without sort of any drugs in him as such. And he did really well. I'm not going to lie, I closed my window because it started getting a bit wet and cold at night. But I can still kind of hear him if he's really going for it. And nothing, he was really good. He's still wearing a hood. Good boy, Star. It's a bit bumpy along this field. He was really, had the hood on and he seems to be coping well. So that's really promising. And even though I'm sort of not quite like ready to go, I think we're through it and out the other side. We're looking like we're definitely going in the right direction. So I'm really chuffed about that because, to be honest, it was quite stressful for a few days. But yeah, so that was looking pleasing, and hopefully he carries on improving. The face is looking a lot less sort of sore, and it's not weepy anymore. It looks like it's drying up. He still looks a right mess, but yeah, fingers crossed, he's looking a lot better. So hopefully I can sort of relax a little bit now. I have got the world's most achiest legs as I hand walked a horse for an hour and 10 minutes yesterday, and even though I do a lot of walking, it's in between riding and mucking out and whatever, and so I don't actually generally walk non-stop for an hour plus ever. And so this morning I'm really feeling the effects of that. I couldn't even get on this morning, my legs were that so I'm obviously very unfit. So yeah, I've nothing much else to report other than it's the 1st of October. And yeah, just enjoying a little poodle along with these two. I would add just a couple of little clips of me riding Boots earlier in the week, and we were just giving him a little jump out on the field, which was fun. He's just such a fun little pony all round, really, and he's got such a little pop in him. He's just cool. We are currently in my garage because it is absolutely... You can't really tell, but it's chucking it down. It is such a wet afternoon, and I've got a tin roof, so it's a bit noisy in here. But after the last few days with Coot, I decided I needed to treat myself. I needed to do some shopping. Shopping always makes me feel better. So, and I actually did need to get some rugs for the... Look at the dog trying to get in there. There's an old washing basket that I meant to get rid of. You're right in there. Cozy. She's so funny. Anyway, I wanted to order some new rugs. I needed a new medium weight and I need a lightweight for Sienna. And I'm not gonna lie, I like a rug with a bit of a pattern on it. I just think it's entertaining. Corporal always has quite bland rugs in general, but Artie especially has a flamingo rug and has a ladybird rug, and it just cracks me up when he's wearing them. So anyway, this one has a very nice I don't know what it's like colourful leopard printy type spot. It's medium weight, but it's Shires. I love Shires rugs. They do the best rugs, I find. It's got hooks on it, so I love rugs that aren't combo rugs. Let me zoom out a bit. That aren't combo rugs, because if I can get away with not putting a neck on, I will, because it just helps with the mane. So the fact that it's got the option is brilliant. I like straps rather than the metal clips, because the metal clips always break after not long. Shoulder gussets, I think, is important. It just helps with the fit. I like the lime green on it as well. Yeah, really chuffed with this rug. So, it just looks nice. Back in my garage, it is still raining out there. Look at this. It's really just, yeah. Right. I've got another thing. As I told you, I had to cheer myself up with all the cute drama. I say cheer myself up. I didn't buy myself anything. Obviously, it's always a horse item, but he did a lot of damage in his other fly mask. That was what ended up making him end up with sores on his leg where he'd been rubbing so much. So I'll get him another one. Again, Shires, honestly. I love a Shires item. I went for this one because it had the sheepskin, around the nose. Really lovely bit around the front. Look how thick that is. Round, where the brow band would go, such. So yeah, this is what I've gone for this one. It was like the durable one, so it was kind of one up on their normal ones. I can't open it with one hand, but yeah, it looks massive. This is only a like a full. There was an extra full as well. But yeah, I kind of like them with the nose nets on, personally. It just keeps more of the flies off. But and like just a nice mesh for the ears, which is nice. But I also think at this time of year, this was not discounted. This was on Amazon and I had to get it quickly. So I think I paid like £18 for it. But at this time of year, quite a lot of people, or lots of places, have sales on with fly masks on. And I think if you can bear to spend the pennies now, it's well worth buying them now, because I've got another one coming that was a lot cheaper than what it normally is. And let's be honest, horses go through fly masks and ripping them pretty quickly. So if you can bear it, I think it's well worth buying them now, ready for next year. I made a right old mistake here. So I said that I ordered another fly mask. Obviously didn't read what was kind of actually in the description. And it does say nose protector. Yep, £11 on a nose protector for a mask I don't own. So now I'm going to have to hunt out a wolf-wear mask. I thought I was getting a bargain. They're like £25. And I was thinking, oh, brilliant, you know, down to 11. Yeah, well, that's why I spent 11 quid on that. Fine, we'll have to hunt out a mask and buy it so that we've got it. I'm so annoyed with myself for that. I thought I was getting such a good deal. Just didn't read. I just saw the picture and didn't read. The parcels have come so quickly. So most of them came yesterday and then two today. And this is the lightweight. I think this is a zero fill lightweight turnout rug. And this is for Sienna, queen of the yard. But, you know, she is a little crazy at times. So I thought the lightning was very applicable for her. And as I've said, I think earlier on, I love a rug that has a little design on it. I just think it's entertaining. And a nice bit of pink for the girl of the yard. So yeah, again, I love Shires. I always think they last a really good amount of time. You can see there it's the Tempest original light. So yeah, chuffed with that. Chuffed it's come so quickly. Now I've just got to try and get it on her. We're getting there. I don't know where I'm going to put the clip in, but we're nearly there. We can get the rug on. So the next step will be getting her not to freak out and moving the rug. But yeah, so hopefully she can then wear this beauty outside. I then ordered some gloves today, so hopefully they'll come in the next week or so, because the weather has been revolting. It was quite cold yesterday and I just thought, you know what, it's time to get that winter gear ready. Got to be prepared. So yeah, love it. Technically we've got the rug on. She's fidgeting because of the flies, and she's very sleepy because she's just been on the lunge and had to work quite hard because she was a little bit naughty. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity. I've just got a Thermotex because obviously it's nice and soft. And so yeah, I mean, high class, this is like got the rug on. We haven't done it up and she hasn't technically moved proper steps other than fidgeting in the yard. But I've just thought I'd spend some time. I'm still sort of like scratching her bum, and because it's normally this bit sort of here that she tends to have a meltdown about. So yeah, I feel like this is good progress, especially while she's snoozing, and it's warm in the yard as well. So hopefully, you know, just giving her time. With her, everything's time. It's just not rushing, time. See, there she moved, and you can see she's like, oh, hang on a second, there's something on my bottom. But then she nearly falls back to sleep really quickly. And then just every now and then I pull it forward again. And I'll go and change which side I'm on. But obviously now she's had the saddle on quite a few times. She's not particularly bothered about this part of her body. So it's just really getting her used to having stuff here. Here is lovely Mr. Coop. And actually his face is looking so much better. However, we've got a new problem. So the last sort of day or two, his face has been looking much, much better. He's got his new rug on. And the problem with Coop is you literally just jump from one reaction to another. And it looks like this afternoon we've already hit another reaction, because I brought him in. He'd got really wet. So I brought him in, took his lightweight off and put a Thermotex on. And this was Thermotex was washed and put away maybe a couple of months ago or something. Anyway, I don't know whether it was in the Thermotex or whether he's just been bitten by a midgie, or I don't know quite what. But he's now come up with 2 lumps on his neck, 2 little bumps. So he's just been bitten. But for Corporal, that's like, you know, that sets him off. And he's now, you'll see he's been going over his mane. And just, can you see where he's been rubbing so much? Here. Can you see all that there? I mean, you can also see, look, I mean, me just touching it is sending him, I mean, I'm not even itching it. But anyway, he's got 2 bumps there. And yeah, he's now been going hell for leather on that. I mean, I don't know that we're going to be in as much danger as his face. These are just definitely some sort of insect bites. Can you see that there? It's actually got one there as well. But he's now been spending his whole entire time rubbing that. So I suppose at least he's not rubbing his face, but he's, you know, he just jumps from reaction to reaction, really. Morning, evening. Feels like morning already. Here's Troublemaker. How I rock and roll on my Saturday evenings, putting cream and spray on my horse. This reaction's actually turning out to be a little more than just one bite. There's loads. You might be able to see if I might actually have to open the tack pin back up. I keep finding more and more bites on him, so I don't know. It can't be the rug because that's hidden by the rug. So it's not the fact that he's got a new rug on, which can be a bit risky. I think it's had a right old go at him because he's got these bites here. I'm going to have to go back and get some more of the cream because I hadn't actually spotted these when I just last did it. He has got a whopper on his chest, which I've already creamed. If you can see here. You can't see like how large the swelling is, but it's absolutely massive. Which is why he was making so much noise while I was eating my dinner. I was thinking, what the hell is he doing out there? Well, of course he's going ballistic. He's got one there. Actually, this one that was there earlier has settled a little bit. I've also noticed he's got some here. So something has really had a right old picnic on him. So, open the tack room again. Get the spray out. I've got a sort of a mixture, spray that the vet's put up for me. Not that we could use on his face, but one for when he has reactions like this, which I'm going to give a go. But oh my God, I mean, I want to swear a lot. I'm not joking. I'm so over it. He's been absolutely annihilating his mane. Oh, and then his tail. Yeah, so I'm pretty peeved. I'll go with peeved rather than the actual word about this because it's been 2 days since we've had like 2 days of him being a bit more settled in the face, and now we've been hit with this. So yeah, feeling pretty fed up about the whole situation. Gonna redo his rug, which is slipped back, but yeah. So today we're doing something new. She's actually also just done something new. She's had the reins on her bridle in the yard. So we've put stirrups on. And no. She knows there's something there. I've done a lot of leaning over her and like put my hands down by her sides and that. So I'm hoping she should be fairly desensitized. However, she's naturally quite a nervy mare when something new is happening and quite sensitive. So I'm not entirely sure which way this will go. She'll either be kind of fine with it, but you can just tell by her eye, she knows something's different. So currently these stirrups don't fall down like other stirrups do. So I know that I can just leave them like that, and obviously we've got a bit of flappy leather then, so that's a good starting place, I feel. And then at some point we'll let them down. I mean, some horses don't give a hoot about this, whereas she just new things. Everything new to her is a bit of a big deal, and you just have to do things quite slowly and give her a chance to kind of digest it. And once she's okay with it, she's fine then. And you know, like putting the saddle on now. But yeah, I just know she's not entirely confident. Like, I can see it in her face. You can tell when she's not happy about something, and she's a bit like something's going on here, and she's not sure about it. The reason I haven't chosen to lunge her is because I know she's going to be a bit panicky, and for her it's easier to digest if I just lead her around. She's had a couple of moments where she's sort of stopped and dropped her quarters a bit because she's suddenly feeling something hanging from her. So at the moment I'm just literally walking her around, giving her confidence, letting her know that it's okay. Doing a bit of road practice. However, except the one time where there's no cars coming, we just like to stand on the end of the driveway and just watch the traffic for a bit. I just think it does a good. Anyway, she just trotted. All right. She just trotted with the stirrups on, so I'm very proud of her for the first time. And she didn't buck, which is great. I now would like some traffic. Every time. Put fresh haylage out in the field, she rolls on it. She's a cow bag, isn't she? Look at her. Now she's digging up the next one. I think it must be something to do with living in the barn. I think they must have got chucked in just a load of new haylage or whatever they fed them. And I think she's just got in the habit of like digging it up. I don't know why, it just makes a massive mess. But she seems to do it quite a lot, I've noticed. Does this not scream? Let's see, Matt. Horse rider. Somebody that has horses. Enough coats to sink a ship in here. But I find you need a lot. I mean, the best waterproof coat, hat, gloves, obviously. I mean, there is an extra coat. I'm not really sure why that's in here. But gilet, because, I mean, the weather changes like God knows what at the moment. Heavier coat in case it's cold. And also, when you start first thing in the morning, like, I need this on. I'm cold. By the time I finish mucking out everything, I'm moved on to the gilet. Then normally by the time I get to like my first riding job, I'm back to what I'm wearing right now, which is like a thin coat, which is kind of perfect for this kind of weather. You know, and then before you know it, it's tipping down rain, you've got to put that one back on. You just can't keep up with the weather at the moment. It's changing by the minute. So I just think that's the sign of a horsey person's car, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm sure there's more stuff under there as well. Morning, guys. It is just gone 7. I got told the hunt meet today was at 7:30, but I can definitely hear the hounds already out, and it's only literally just gone 7 o'clock. So I thought I had more time. I noticed the moment I got up this morning, these guys know something's going on. How do horses know about hunting if they've never been? Seriously, they seem to have this kind of, I swear they're born with it. They just know what the hunt is. So anyway, I'm going to have to move my backside a little bit quicker this morning, because I don't want anyone galloping around doing anything stupid or trying to catch them mid people hunting. But actually the hunt meet is only probably realistically like 4 or 5 fields over. So yeah. Anyway, I need to get a move on before they sound any horns. I've already caught Corporal once, as you can see. He's got his head collar and rope on. Literally went to open the gate and the little so-and-so bombed off. I have a feeling I'm going to struggle to catch him. Oh, yeah, just what you want in the morning. Corporal, please. Why's he got new shoes on? So it just brought Sienna back out. So yesterday was the first time she had stirrups down on the saddle, or I even had stirrups on the saddle, and then I actually put them down at the end and literally just did everything in hand with her. So today I'm going to just do a very quick recap on yesterday. I don't really want her out for very long. And I'm really not keen on over lunging her, but I would like her to lunge today, just with the stirrups down again, just to kind of help it sink in that it's all good and it's not going to, you know, be horrible for her or anything like that. So, yeah, that's my plan of action for today, is to put the stirrups down again and just send her off on the lunge, and hopefully all good. She's tired now. She was funny today. She's very heavily in season, and I've definitely noticed a difference in her. When she's heavily in season, she's not... Whether she's not 100% comfortable, I don't know. I haven't worked it out. Still don't really know her well enough. But she's definitely just... It looks like it just takes the energy out of her a little bit. She was fine. She was very good that she actually lunged both ways without too much trouble, because she had got a little cheeky about that. And actually, she was very good about that today. So that was a real pleasing point. She did trot round. Interestingly, she coped much better on the left than she did the right. The right, she was very anti-trotting on the right and kept sort of coming to a halt. Understandably, it's, you know, going around with stirrups hanging down, especially for a sensitive horse, is a lot to take on board. And her thing is very much to stop and drop her quarters. So trying to get a bit of haylage. So she was definitely, and you can tell when she's unsure about something, she goes very inward, and you can sort of see she doesn't look necessarily that happy. But I think she's just digesting it and just taking it on board, and, you know, it can be a lot for a young horse. I had to cut my last bit of conversation because my food delivery arrived, but and Sienna's just eating a bit of tea. But I thought I'd just finish off by saying that she was a little bit worse on the right rein, and that she kept sort of going to stop, but actually by the end of it she got going and kind of was starting to accept it. Anyway, it's just going to take a bit of time. We'll just keep putting the stirrups on, doing it nice and slowly. She will get there like she has done with the saddle and everything else, and hopefully I think the next step will be, I'm going to get the rug on her, I think. Get the rug on, and then I think we'll try long reining her again. So we'll do it through the stirrups, not the rollers this time, which I think will be better. But yeah, as with everything with Sienna, you do something like you would do normally with a youngster, and then you have to a little rethink about it, and then you try a slightly different direction. But she's very good about it all. She just is unsure, and you can just see it in her face. She's like, oh, I'm not sure about this. But the good thing is she's not bucking or anything like that. She's just coping. And also when she gets turned away and she comes back in next year as a 4-year-old, you know, she's going to be that little bit more grown up. So it's not worrying me in the slightest. I just, you know, she's just a bit different to some other youngsters I've had before. But yeah, everything. Also, I think it works going slowly with her. I think if someone had rushed her, I think it would have absolutely frazzled her head, because she just does not suit being rushed. Like little bits like I did today, with her like going in a few little tiny lunges, just keeping it easy. Would you stop itching? The midges are so bad this evening because it's warm. Hello. All good, aren't you? You really wanted a bit of dinner, didn't you? A bit closer. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave the waffling because otherwise I'll talk for England. But yeah, all going in the right direction. You've just been grumpy all day. I don't know what's been the matter with you, other than you've got absolutely zero forelock going on up there, haven't you? And you found some mud.